Hi, everyone. My name is Rama Beerfas. I am the founder and owner and strategic memorability specialist at Lev Promotions. We are a promotional product company. We have been in business, April was 20 years. So, been around a while, seen trends come and go. And what we're here to talk about today is not just product specific trends, but really kind of what's happening out there in the industry, which is a big trend that you need to keep in mind when you're deciding to actually make your promotional product options available. So first thing I'm going to let you know is in the chat, I have put a link to the products that we will be discussing today. I'm not going to share my screen because I'd rather we're fast and furious, so I don't want anyone getting distracted by pricing and specifics when we're talking about products and the trends that they represent. I've also put my company's URL and how to reach me via email and my Exhibitor Live landing page. So if you're planning to go to Exhibitor Live or think you might be going, go check out and see what our booth will be having to offer you. So with that being said, I am going to jump in and start talking about what's going on in the industry. So right now, really the biggest trend that you need to keep in mind is what's happening with getting your orders in and on time and for items that you want. We are having tremendous problems, as is everything else out there with inventory. So for one example, I can tell you that I've got one of my suppliers who supplies caps, has a ship sitting out in the Long Beach Harbor with, I think they told me 18 containers that each have 500 dozen caps. And that's the reason I can't get certain styles of caps because they're sitting out in Long Beach Harbor. And if I can't get them, no one else in the industry right now can get that specific style. So just be aware, inventory is tight. It can go at a moment's notice, and incoming inventory, they might know when to expect it. It might not actually come in on time. We just had a problem with that with a client that we had to substitute an item at the last possible moment. So be aware, inventory is an issue. Be prepared to have a second and a third choice, and don't be upset if you can't get your first one, because literally from the morning when you see that item to maybe even making a decision about it that afternoon, it might already be gone. It happens. The other thing is lead times are growing in this industry. Staffing, again, as everything else in our economy right now, staffing is an issue. So as my vendors who are printing the items are getting new team members onboarded, they're having to train them, and they don't want to send out anything that's less than their normal quality. So production times are taking longer. My recommendation, if you have a need and you know that it's coming up, you do not want to wait anymore, even until 6 weeks out. If you can give 8 weeks thought into it, that would be good. If you can give 8 to 12 weeks, that would be even better. Miracles happen with 6 weeks notice. Miracles happen with 4 and 2 weeks notice, but don't expect to get what you want and not have to pay rush fees in order to do it within that shorter time frame. So yes, timing, big issue right now. The other trends that we're seeing really have more to do with not so much product types, because with COVID, we haven't seen as much innovation and new products coming into the market. But what we have seen is a lot of innovation and greater capabilities in terms of what we can print. So there are a lot more items out there right now with personalization, which I encourage my clients to do at every possible opportunity. If you know, even if you know a small number of the recipients who are going to be getting your gift and you know their names, print it on the item if at all possible. Even if the others only have your logo on it, if you can give something with your recipient's name and your branding on it, you've just added tremendous value to that item. It will get a higher perceived value, which means they're more likely to keep it. And I don't know about you, but I tend not to throw away anything that's got my name on it. And I tend not to give it away to someone else, especially with my weirdo name. You don't find anything hanging from a key rack in a gift shop. So I keep things that come with my name, and most everybody does. But personalization, definitely a growing trend as the capabilities for that grow and grow and grow. And the price for it is coming down a bit too. The other trend that we're seeing is many more options as far as what kind of imprint we can do. So we've got more options for full color imprints. They used to be rare and very, very expensive. They're still more expensive than a single color imprint, but the prices come down and the capability of doing it on multiple products that were not available before has gone way up. Pens, for instance, even 5 years ago, it was very expensive and very rare, and your minimum quantity ordered had to be extremely high to get a full color imprint on a pen. That is no longer. We're, in fact, just processing now a full color imprint on a white pen with a 250 piece order rather than a 1,000 piece order that it would have been about 5 years ago. So take advantage of these really interesting and unique imprinting availabilities, whether it's full color, whether it's more in terms of laser engraving, which gives a richer, more expensive look to what you're offering your recipients. Even imprints that have a dimensional feel to them, which it's a very tactile thing. People love to touch things that have different textures and feelings to them. So if you can give someone an imprint, I've got tumblers that have a full color imprint that actually the imprint feels raised on it, and people love holding it and touching it and playing with it. So with that being said, for those three types of trends, let's delve into products that echo some of the ongoing trends in the industry, what people are wanting out there. But before we get into specific products, let me tell you that anything I mentioned today, I am not recommending to any one of you specifically. I don't know your specific needs. I don't know who your clientele is. And before you choose an item, you should always understand who your target market is so that you can make sure that whatever it is that you're about to put into their hands is actually something that will appeal to them. So these are general recommendations. They are some of my more popular items. They're some of the items I personally love because I think that they have great merit for a promotional product and can show you that ROI and ROO that you might not be getting just by choosing something at random. So have a conversation with your promotional products consultant before you choose any item. That is my best recommendation. Okay, let's delve into some items. So this first one is actually a canister of cookies. It is made by a retail company called Sophia's Cookies, so you can buy them individually online from their website. But if you want them branded, you want to go through your promotional products consultant. And they come in, this one is an 8-ounce. They also come in one that's half the size, that's a 4-ounce. These are wonderful because they can actually be personalized as well. So I don't know if you can see, but the name Catherine is on that one. So every one of these that was created had a different name on it. They are fully customizable. It's a 360-degree wrap on these. They come with cookies, little miniature cookies. This one is chocolate chip. They also have key lime and sugar and a few other flavors. They also have snack assortments. So trail mix, nuts, seasonal items, mint bark, peppermint bark around the holidays. So these are a wonderful idea if you're looking to do food gifts, and they can be mailed. This company will actually handle the entire mailing process for you. They'll just put a mailing label and postage, and imagine what your recipients will think if they get this in the mail rather than just some postcard or letter. Yes, it is definitely more expensive, but the impact is greater, and you can keep to your budget by reducing the number of people, really highly targeting them. Next item we're going to talk about, and this goes into our eco-friendly trends. This is a journal. And when you look inside, it looks like any other journal, just lined paper. This is the paper inside is actually made of apple pulp and other vegetable fibers. So when you're getting this, I love smelling it because they actually infuse an apple smell into it. So it's got a light, it's not overpowering, but it's got a light apple smell. It will dissipate over time. But like I said, I love smelling this when I first get it out of the box. So it does fall into our eco-friendly trends. Journals are always a popular item to have. Even with today's high tech, people like to have something physical that they can take notes in, and that applies to all age groups, believe it or not. I have a 25-year-old daughter who loves her journals even more than I do. So it's not necessarily something just for the older crowd. And if you can be eco-conscious about it, it does come with a tip-in page that tells people exactly what that's made of. And of course, right now I can't find that tip-in page, but people will know what it's made out of. And it does get oohs and ahs when people open it up and see that. Okay, next item is a mouse pad. And I know that a lot of people think you don't need a mouse pad anymore with these optical mice. The truth is, I think they work better when there's something underneath them, something between the mouse and the desk. This mouse pad is actually made out of paper, so it is completely recyclable. This one it's called a mouse paper pad. It's got multiple sheets. They come in 12, 18, and 24 sheets. And you can put anything you want on these. Many people use them as a calendar. So you can have 12 sheets with a yearly calendar, and every page can be slightly different. So you can have a different message for every month of the year. You don't have to make it as a calendar if you don't want. You can make every page a coupon or a special offer or some sort of special messaging for a particular time of the year. I've had clients who've also used them as gaming pieces. So we've created games so that every different page on it is a different game for a different event that they're doing or something along those lines. So something to keep in mind with that. Going back to our personalization trend, this is actually an item where what your clients get in the mail, or you can send them an email with the information, is a luggage tag or a key tag or a pet tag that they can customize just the same way that we can now customize our credit cards. So if they want to put a picture of their pet or their baby or their favorite city or their favorite photo from Disneyland or whatever it is that they want to put, or something that they've designed themselves. I've had an artist who's created luggage tags where they've created miniatures of their artwork to put on the luggage tags as a promotion for an art gallery showing that they had coming up. So it comes, you can customize the front. The back tells you how to redeem it so that you go online and your recipients will be able to order either a key tag, a luggage tag, or a pet tag, and they can customize the front. The back of the tag will have the ID number so that if that bag or pet or keys get lost, someone can call it in and tell the service center how you can get that back, where it is and how you can get that back. They'll even ship keys, luggage, wallets, anything except the live animals back to you. That they won't ship. But it's a great way to do something that is a little more interactive than just giving out a regular luggage tag, because you've got that security. If you lose it, all someone has to do is find it, go to a website, report it. They get a reward, you get your stuff back. And the back of the tag, whatever kind of tag it is, will also have your logo on it so that every time they see that tag, their stuff on the front, your logo on the back. Along those same lines, you can just order in bulk. This happens to be the key tag. So it's the luggage tag, the key tag, any of the kind of tags or even decals that allow you to offer basically a lost and found service that's completely operated by someone else. The information on the tag does not have anyone's personal information. All it is basically like a serial code, a serial number, and they can call it in, say, hey, I found these set of keys. It had serial number XYZ on the tag, and the people at the service center will start the connection process to make sure that you get your items back. This is actually the one that I did for Exhibitor Live. So it's got the card itself is fully customizable. The tag itself was customizable. And I sent this out via US postage. It went out in this envelope. So it's this envelope that makes sure everybody can see what's in it. It can go out in a regular number 10 envelope. This particular one cost me 88 cents to mail. The only reason it didn't go at first regular, 58-cent postage, is because this is a hard key tag, and technically the post office says it's not machinable. But there's not a lot you can mail anymore for 88 cents in a number 10 envelope that will get there and not really upset the post office. If anyone is interested in receiving this, if you didn't register yet for Exhibitor Live, or you didn't get it when I mailed it out from them about a week and a half ago, go ahead and contact me via email afterwards. You can do it now. Shoot me an email with your mailing address, and I will be happy to pop one into the mail for you, so that number one, you see how it works, and number two, you actually get a key tag that you can register, put it on your keys, slip it in your wallet, attach it to anything it will attach to, and you've got a lost and found service at your fingertips. All right, next item on our list is lip balm. What makes this trendy is that the case that it comes in, look, lip balm is always a good thing to have, especially if you're giving it out in a trade show hall, which tends to be dry and people's lips get chapped and their hands dry out. So this is great for the lips. And I'm checking my cheat sheet over here just so you know why I'm looking to the side. This particular one, there's nothing eco-friendly necessarily about the lip balm itself. It is just a really good quality lip balm, but it's got that eco-friendly, or eco-responsible, as I like to say, component to it, because this plastic casing that it's made out of is made from recycled post-consumer plastic and potato bioresin. So you go to McDonald's, you buy fries, your fries basically don't have peel on them. So this is one way to recycle the peel on potatoes or other potato waste and include it with recycled plastic to create a casing that is now eco-responsible and has very good quality lip balm in it. So there you go. It's also a full color imprint, so it hits a couple of our different trends. Next item is our flashlight. I include this because nowadays it's not just about doing the traditional. Sometimes it's okay to do an item that we've seen over and over and over and over, but if you can put a new spin on it, then you start creating chatter and you start creating that memory hook, which is what you want your promotional products to do. So this, and it's pretty flat. I don't know, it's probably about maybe 1/4 of an inch thick, and it's made out of acrylic. And it's got an on-off button, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm not going to put it right to the camera, but there you can see it's on. And when it's on, especially when it's a little darker out than it is in my bright office, your whole logo lights up. And this can be done as an etched. We can do color in here. We can put your own decal so that you don't have that black top. You can put a fully custom color decal along the top. The stock top to it was made to look like a flashlight. So that is a cool way to kind of have something that people need, people use, and yet create it in a way that is a little more eye-popping than your normal flashlight is going to be. It also has a little hole at the top, so if you want to hang it from somewhere, you can. All right, next item. So this is an all-in-one tool that is, and I'll actually open up the packaging on this one. So it comes with a metal loop so you can secure it like a luggage tag or a golf tag, or secure it to your belt loop if that's what you want to do. This is actually an item that we'll be giving out in my booth at Exhibitor Live, and this is an all-in-one tool. So it comes out, and this one's still a little tight because it just came out of the packaging. But if you look at it on the back, it's got a whole bunch of different holes and edges, and each one is labeled with what it can do. So this one has everything from a box opener, a letter opener, a little tiny ruler, a bottle opener. Did I say that? Multi-stage wrench idea. And I think it's a total of 16 or 18 different tools on it. But what makes this thing so amazing, and I got to admit, 20 years in the business, and when I saw the imprint on this, I said, wow. Not a lot of things do that for me anymore, but I was so impressed. I actually decided to do a photograph as an imprint, and I knew it would come out nice. I did not expect it to look that beautiful and really have that photographic quality to it when I saw it. Full color imprint on a metal item. So again, it falls into one of our trends, and it's an item that is useful. This is also TSA approved, so you can take it on a plane. There are other types that you cannot because they've got a little saw blade on them, so you're not allowed to take those on a plane. This particular one is TSA approved, so I think it's a great item actually to have at trade shows, which is why I'm making it my trade show survival kit at Exhibitor Live this year. So we know that with COVID, there's been a resurgence of something that kind of was dying away, and we brought it back to life. Now, this is a key tag, and what makes this key tag so unique is that it has on the back the ability to print a QR code. QR codes have become a big thing to allow people direct access to a website, email address. We've got clients who are using them to gamify. They've used QR codes in scavenger hunts and all sorts of other methods. So a normal size key tag, fit in your pocket. It's not too heavy. My test for key tags is my husband. When he wears his elastic waist shorts in the summer, if the key tag pulls his shorts down a little bit, I decide that's not a key tag that I want to really sell to my clients, because a lot of men will not like that tugging on their pants. So this one, he approved of it. It's not too heavy. And again, you've got your full brand image on one side and a QR code on the other. On a nice, it's got a nice weight to it, but it's not too heavy. This is one of my favorite items. This is actually what I call a Post-it pen. It also comes in a highlighter and in a pen highlighter. So it's got a pen on one side and a highlighter on the other one. This one is just the pen. It's a ballpoint pen. On this side, see if I can do this backwards. Okay. When you twist it, you've got Post-it flags, and these are Post-it brand flags. This pen is made by 3M Corporation, the only ones who are allowed to use the term Post-it because it is a trademark item. So I apologize. I see I've got our 20-minute limit. I still have a number of items to go, but I'll tell you what, there is a presentation. I don't want to hold anybody up. I get excited about my products. It's hard for me to contain myself sometimes. So I'm happy to keep going if you guys want to. I'm also happy. Why don't I take some questions and see? And if you guys want to stick around after that, I'm happy to do it.
I'm not sure how well the chat function is working, Rama,
Okay.
as far as being able to get questions. Why don't you go ahead and continue and wrap up the items you have, because they're absolutely fascinating.
Well, I've still got quite a few more, so I'm going to try to speed it up a bit. This is actually seeded paper. It comes in a whole variety of shapes. Again, it goes to that eco-responsible, eco-friendly trend that we're seeing. You can give these to people. What they do is your message goes on the card that's included, and the item itself can be planted and seeds will grow, unless you're me, because I kill everything, except my 2 kids, thank God. So one great way to go, we have done seeded wristbands with these. There are bookmarks, business cards. There's a whole variety of items. And again, if you're just doing the shape in a card, whole variety of shapes. We can even do custom shapes for you. This one is a pen loop. There's a bunch of stuff you can put on the back of the phone. A lot of it interferes with key charging, which is that wireless charging. That's what that looks like. It actually has a little strip of adhesive. It goes underneath your case. I've had this one on my phone as long as I've had my phone, which is now about 3.5 years, and I love it. I don't drop my phone. I haven't cracked my screen. I haven't cracked my screen guard because of this item. So highly recommended. It can function right along with some of the other larger items that go, and dimensional items that'll go on the back of the phone. This is an engineering scale. So if you've got construction people that you're catering to, and this is one, we have architectural ones, engineering ones. This is my 6-inch triangular, so it's got multiple scales on it. The difference between a scale and a ruler is a ruler measures what you've got in front of you. A scale allows you to create something life-size in a miniature, but doing it in a way that's proportional. So that is the difference between a ruler and a scale. It's aluminum, everything is anodized. This imprint will never wear off because it is basically, you can't feel it. It doesn't have texture, but it is basically fired into, it's a chemical process, but it is fired into the item itself and will never come off. Wonderful item, better than a little 50-cent ruler. You need to know your audience. A construction guide does not need another cheap ruler. What they need is something they can actually use. This item is a toothbrush holder, and what makes it trendy right now is it's got basically microban technology, so it helps fight bacteria. No, it does not fight COVID. COVID is a virus. It is not a bacteria, but it will help fight any bacteria that you get. You know, you go to a hotel, you're traveling, you put a wet toothbrush away, that toothbrush can get kind of nasty if you don't actually allow it to dry off. This will help prevent that nastiness because it does kill the bacteria and the microbes that anything wet is going to have if you put it away like that. What makes that whole antimicrobial is available now in so many different items, from mouse pads to pens. So that is actually a trend in this industry. Going back to things that I think are absolutely amazing, if you have outdoor use, if you have construction people, anyone who's working outdoor water uses, anyone who caters to those kinds of markets, these are made by Post-it. It's a 3M product, and it's a whole line that they have called Extreme. These will stick in water. They will stick on rocks. They will stick on stucco. They are made to stick on surfaces that you never thought a Post-it could stick on. So they're absolutely amazing, especially for anyone who's working outdoors. And they come in pads and they come in flags, the whole product line. They come in different colors and different ways to imprint them, from single color to full color imprints. And because they're made by 3M and Post-it, you know that they are good. 2 down. Just one left after this. So these are my personal care, which is also a trend right now with everything going on and people staying home and being a little more conscious about self-care. These are sold individually, or you can package them as a set. And what we have here, they basically are just sticks, so kind of like a deodorant stick, except none of these are deodorants. We've got a Hydro Stick. The Hydro Stick is a very emollient stick moisturizer. So if you've got a dry spot or anything, or your hands, you just rub it on and then you rub it in. We have a cooling stick. The cooling stick is akin to the retail brand Icy Hot. It's not made by them, but that's what you're looking at, is anything for muscle aches and pains. That cooling stick is meant for that. And then we have the soothing stick, which is basically an anti-chafing moisturizing stick. So if you've got, maybe you're sponsoring some sort of a 5K or a marathon or something like that, this is a great item to give those folks who are out there, especially as it gets warmer, to help make them more comfortable as they complete their course. And last but not least, all of these items came out of this retro. Depends on how old you are. For me, this is nostalgic. For younger people, it's retro. This is a lunchbox. So this is the kind of lunchbox I used to take to school when I was a kid. Same size, same construction. And it has the same little latch on it and a handle. People love this item. Again, it's ageless. My 25-year-old goes gaga over it, and people who are my age, who are no longer 25, go gaga over this. And it can be imprinted with everything from a one color. This is actually a full color imprint on the front. You just probably can't see the background on it very well. Full color imprint, one color imprint. We can, with enough quantity, even do a complete custom wrap so that every side has your coloring, your branding. And actually, I lied. There's one item that was hiding in my box. This is called a Sober Stick. This is actually a retail brand. It was shown on Shark Tank. I don't know if they got funding or not. But as we're coming back to open bars, or even bars where you pay your own way, if you're hosting an event, this is a great item to use as a promotional item, because if you're concerned at all about people drinking and driving, or even drinking and walking, I've seen some strange things. This Sober Stick allows them basically to, it's like your own mini personalized breathalyzer. So you have the opportunity to keep your attendees and your recipients safe. That, I promise, is all. If anyone has any questions, I see that Mel put all my links back into the website again. And if you have, I'm going to do that again right now. If you have any questions, feel free to call me, email me. You can put them in the chat right now if you'd like. Or I don't know if Mel has the ability to turn on your mics or wants to turn on your mics, whatever works for you. And if you would like me to send out that mailer of the key tag, make sure that that you email me or direct message me on LinkedIn or Facebook with your address so that I can get it out to you.
All right. All right. Rama, you truly are the queen of tchotchke marketing. So thank you very much. So verbally tell people how they can get a hold of you if they can't see those addresses.
You can't see it. Okay. So you can call me. My phone number is 858-205-1398. Again, that's 858-205-1398. You can email me at rama@levpromotions.com. That's R-A-M as in Mary, A, at Lev, L-E-V, promotions, all one word, .com. Or you can go to my website, www.levpromotions.com. Again, that's LEVPROMOTIONS.com.
All right. Thanks, Rama. That was truly fast and furious. We appreciate your time today. And we recorded this session, so I'll send it out to the folks here. And anybody else, if you want to share it within your organization, you can. Thank you, Rama.
Thank you.